Hey everybody, this is Joe, the Over 40 Model Maker here, and today we are going to talk about something completely different. We're here in my living room, so this is why the light seems kind of funky. It's just sunlight coming through the window. We're going to talk about my Transformers video collection. I have been a fan of Transformers since I was Lord knows how old, when we first got a satellite dish when I lived on my ranch in the middle of nowhere, South Dakota, and that was the very first actual cartoon that I remember seeing. Now, I also remember seeing like G.I. Joe, He-Man, all those other ones, but those actually came later. The very first one that I remember seeing is Transformers, and I've been a lifelong Transformers fan. Can't get enough of them, well, to a point. But I have amassed a nice collection of the animated shows over the years, and I wanted just to share them with you. And tell me in the comments, if watching this video, like what memories you have, or what do you have. I'm curious to see what everybody else might have or want, or just general thoughts on the matter. So first up, and we're going to kind of go in chronological order as best I can. So the first up, we have the original series. Now this one here, I bought a complete tin set, and these are very nice. It's the entire show, seasons 1, seasons 2, and part of the season 3, the Headmasters, before they quit. There's 2 of these that are not in here. One's got Optimus Prime, one has Megatron, because a couple years ago my son and I went to a convention here in town in Sioux Falls, and we got to meet Peter Cullen and Frank Welker. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whatever you identify as, if you have a chance to meet them, even if you're not a Transformers fan, if you want to meet 2 people that are so genuinely pure and humble to meet every single person in their line, I suggest you go meet them. Flat out, I'm not even going to say anything else. So, I mean, I could have died the next day and I would have been completely happy and content, because those 2 men, those I consider my heroes, bar none. Okay. So here we have, this is the original Transformers. So we're going to put that over here. Now, going through Transformers, you had season 1, season 2, and some part within season 2, the greatest movie ever made was Transformers the movie. Now, this is my favorite movie of all time. Flat out, bar none, no discussion ever. If anybody ever asks me, what's your favorite movie of our time? Snap of the fingers, Transformers the movie. This is it. This is what changed it for me. And I didn't even know at the time that this came out in '86. I actually found, I was at a video rental store in my local town way back when in '86. Still living on the ranch. And this was on the shelf. And it was my turn to choose the movie, and I chose this movie. And I think I played it. My mom reminds me every time this movie comes up that I played it no less than 10 times the entire weekend. This is my favorite movie ever. Now, this one is the 20th anniversary edition. I also have it in a Blu-ray and in a Steelbook. I am in the process of getting a VHS copy, a Laserdisc copy, and a disc or a Steelbook Japanese version of this. So I'll have 6 copies of this movie, which is completely fine. If you want to have the definitive version that I enjoy watching, it's this one right here, and I will tell you why. On the back, you will have, let's see here, where's it at? You have commentaries. Okay, this one's okay. This fan commentary right here, that is what you need to listen to. They bring up so much behind the scenes stuff, things that should have been in the movie, things that were in the script that was never put on there. They say all of that. So if you can find a copy of this or find a copy of this online somewhere, I highly suggest seeing it. They also have the one that was never released to America, the Scramble City episode with the commentary, and it's just lovely. So they had this to go in between there. Now, so you had part of this, the movie, going back to season 3, and then I believe the ending in the America was Return of Optimus Prime? I believe so, because then that was after the Headmasters were made. Now, when Transformers the cartoon ended in America, it did not end in Japan. What they made was this, Transformers Headmasters. This I bought, and actually the next, this one and then the next two that I'm going to show you, I actually had to buy from Australia because that was the only time I could find it in complete series, complete collection from Mad Men. Not cheap. Back then, even then, it's still not cheap. This one has Fortress Maximus versus Scorponok and the Headmasters, and the English dub is made by like 7, I think they're Filipino English actors for all of the voices. It's hilarious. It's like those old 70s dubbed kung fu films. Absolutely hilarious to watch. So I have that. So after Headmasters, I believe this one was next, if I remember correctly. Super God Master Force. So now you have the Pretenders, along with God Jinrai, Optimus Prime, and Overlord. I think that was his name, if I remember correctly. And again, this one here, I had to get from Australia. And if you want to read it, go ahead and pause it. Very good. None of these are boring. So Super God Master Force. Set that right there. Third and finally for that, we have Transformers Victory, where they kind of go away from, what's the word I'm looking for? The more original kind of Transformers to like a whole new cast. So I'll go ahead and set that right there if you want to go ahead and pause it. Set in 2025. It's coming up, kids. And we have that is right there. They also have Zone exclusive episode. They only have one. They made one episode and then that was it. They made it in a TV magazine, which kind of still doesn't work really. It doesn't. And so this one here, very good to listen to. I love the jet combiners, and just the artwork was fantastic. Now, because I got those 3 from Australia, I had to buy a region-free DVD player to play these. That's the only way I can play them. I cannot play these in American DVD players that you would find at Best Buy, Target, Walmart. It does not work. So I have a whole setup for it, which it upset my wife at the beginning, but she's kind of mellowed over the years that I've had all this stuff. So to me, this right here is G1. right here. Specifically to Headmasters, there's an episode where Rodimus and all the original Transformers from this series over here fly up and just go away, and you never see them again. They're never mentioned again, nothing. The Headmasters take over the entire series from then on. At that point, to me, that is the end of G1. Other people might have a different stopping point. That is completely up to you. There is no judgment. Remember, this is a judgment-free channel as far as what your opinions are for anything. Does not matter. But that is the end of G1 for me. Now, the next series, if people remember, like in the late 90s, I remember that when I went to college, I came home from a class, turned on the television, flipped around to, I think it was Cartoon Network, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong. I don't remember, guys. This was over 20 years ago. And I saw something that kind of looked like Transformers, and I couldn't really figure out until, the next episode played. Then I'm like, holy crap, it's Transformers. Yes, it was Beast Wars. Truck Not Monkey. And this mesmerized me. At the time, I thought the animation was kind of cool, yet kind of jank. But it's grown on me, and I really like the show. I really do like the show. Waspinator and the Fire Ant. Crap, what was his name? Put that in the comments so I can remember. Those were my favorite. And then just Megatron going, yes, was always funny to me. So, Beast Wars always worked. Now, what I didn't know later on until, I started a family and everything, is that they actually made a sequel to this called Beast Machines. And it's kind of takes over after this. And they made 2 seasons of it. I don't recommend this at all. This was kind of a disappointment. I'm a completionist when it comes to certain things, especially when it comes to like my favorite stuff. I could have lived without this, but I just couldn't do it. The urge just was too much. So this one is just a plain old rental from someplace. Again, PAL system. Had to use it on my DVD player. Here's the stuff if you want to pause it. And then here's the second season. This is actually Italian. This is an Italian copy, but it still has English voice language to it with the original voice actors. Product of Italy. So there's Beast Machines. Yeah, I'm kind of filling up the old bench here, but we're not done yet. So, along with that Beast Wars, later on, they made a Beast Wars 2, Super Life Form Transformers. I just got this and the Beast Wars Neo in the mail a couple of days ago. Haven't even started this yet. Because these, and I'll even show the other one. This one right here, Beast Wars Neo. Complete series. These guys, these are bootlegs. The reason I bought the bootlegs is because what difference does it make if it's a bootleg or the commercial release if it's the same show, has the sound, has the original audio? This is, put on Blu-rays, so the quality is a little bit better. That's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? That's your own opinion of it. But if you were to buy the commercial releases of both of these, the cheapest that I found was $650 and $900. Not going to do this. This here cost me $50 for both of them. Shipped free. I can actually tell I saw one episode of this just to see if it worked in my regular DVD player or my regular Blu-ray player, and it does. So it'll work. So I'm looking forward to watching these. But that is the Beast Wars saga. Still not done yet. Then, early 2000s maybe? Let's see, where are we looking at here? Early 2000s, maybe 2000. Yeah, I would say early 2000s. We have the Unicron trilogy of Energon, Cybertron, and Armada. And I don't remember what order it goes in. It doesn't matter. Again, I bought these because I'm a completionist. These are the crappy American-made ones with the bad voice acting, the bad animation. They're actually test runs of the animation. So if you can find these in the original Japanese or wherever else they were broadcast, it's going to be completely different than what's on these discs. But still, I'm a Transformers fan. I take the good with the bad. I actually bought these. These are all American, so they'll work in any DVD player. I bought these from a mom and pop, like resale store where, you know, you can take used DVDs, CDs, games, things in, and they'll give you cash for them and try to sell them at a discounted price. I think I bought this entire thing for $10. So I mean, $10, not too bad. Not gonna complain here. I'm just gonna set them right over here because of I'm not gonna block this because that's my baby right there. And then I saw on, excuse me about that. I saw on roughly about the time that about a year after my son was born, I saw this show, Transformers Animated, on television. And I saw some of the toys in Toys R Us when we finally got one. And I was really impressed with some of them. Actually, I have some of them. I have him. I have a Rodimus and a Blitzwing. And so I bought this, and this is a really good show. If you can find these, I would highly suggest you watch them. This one here is actually the hardest to find because they weren't going to bring this out it was a miracle this even came out on DVD. This actually cost me a pretty penny to buy because I don't think they made very many copies of it. These you can maybe try to find, season 1 and season 2, at a resale store on eBay pretty cheap. This one might be kind of hard to find. So now there's my Transformers Animated. Still not done yet, kids. I got 2 more to go. Now, in my pursuit of trying to find as many tangible copies of this as I could find, I found a Transformers RID copy, which was made in 2007. It was a movie, and I bought the Italian version of it. This is Transformers Robots in Disguise, the film. Needless to say, here you go. If you want to go ahead and try to translate that, be my guest. Region 0. Region 0 should be, you're able to watch it in any DVD player. I have not tried this yet. I have had this film for over 10 years. Sat in my shelf. Haven't opened it. Haven't played it. Actually, no, I take that back. I did open it to make sure that the disc was inside. Of course I did that. But I haven't played this yet. Have no idea what it's like. Probably should get to that someday. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do a thing where I don't have a computer to like do capture stuff to put it on YouTube. What I might do is I might take the phone that I'm filming on here, point at the television, just do a commentary, and we just watch it together and see what it's like. Okay? Transformers the film, Italian version. Now, very last one is my Transformers Zone and Scramble City. This is also a bootleg, but what this is, it does the Scramble City, which was that unaired episode that only aired in Japan. It introduced the combiners of Menasor, and it combined Menasor and Devastator with crap, what's the Decepticon Godzilla looking thing? My mind's blanking. Put that in the comments too. And then they fought Metroplex, Defensor, and Superion. That was that episode. And then they had Zone, the one episode that was made, and it starts out, which is really actually kind of the way I kind of like to have episodes start, where it's nice and peaceful. See a bunny going across the field, and then all hell breaks loose, because then you have all the combiners are basically gods, and then again it's all hell just breaks loose, and it's disappointing that they only made one episode. It really is. But this is a bootleg of that. All in original Japanese. I love watching this from time to time if I need to have like a, close to an hour of just something in the background that I like to listen to. This is what I usually go to. So, kids, that is my Transformers video collection. It was a labor of love, a labor of a lot of funds over the years, but I do really enjoy watching Transformers, talking about Transformers, and looking at the toys and things online, all that stuff. So if you made it to the end to see all of the whole kit and caboodle, thank you very much for joining me. I enjoy sharing all this stuff with you. Tell me about what you may have or what you experience watching the show. Is there any of the stuff that you wouldn't mind like trying to find? Maybe I can help you find some stuff. I'm not getting rid of this. I'm not going to send you my stuff. Oh, hell no. I don't think you guys have enough money for it. So with that, I'm going to leave you for right now. Again, thank you much for watching. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, you handsome man. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, you beautiful, beautiful woman. And I'm going to go do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and I'm going to go watch something right now. So I will see you all next time. Take care.